say normal system zone to mean kasa o yare gidigidi na de ade onya abranti asimesi monfa national security project for court because I'm about fee
say lawyer for the man nti bia no mo na suggest man
fine ja about me
na ebi so kra na yere
onya say wode na omra Ghana me face justice
ebi so na yere wa hanti na yere na
there be ya mo ni yere di the second of right
so no ni fear
any na boy
ono ni fear
me say we pre dey me be ba say
baba we me no
match
was one ma wait manager wait
so medical
papa yi ebra wa boni Ghana ni investment o wa ha no de ye kan to be tu akotena bro kira wo magana bio
ya yen ka so be tu akotena magana
wo so be ra no wa ma
say time no e no nya
no 100 years from the planet
na be bomb ko me ye no possible
100 years any person
me me can
be 4 years I business
o be ba
what about you for your business
but papa no yare am no be ka say yem say wonya kidney issues binti yam wan
na covid dey create mu yi say the papa protein ya nanim ya yi
covid ya na je no
ya kaka say bi so
no you fine come on to say
eno na ye de wo no
the party lose election no and I say was I
Kwesi mane mo de mane ho nto no asem de mpro asem mpro
baba dey say we dey court
oh eno de asem ne
merit asem dey in court because there's a lot of questions to answer
asem ne merit no na be kire
and them see Central Bank of Ghana abaka to the state say onya 59 billion bailout Central Bank in fact you cannot the lender of last resort
governor no be
of course some go to court the lender because the lender of last resort you prescribe Bank of Ghana you go to bobosia na sa company go to bobosia on no even the car and how you boy bobosia Ghana
say nko yi
banks are struggling
ye nka eno ne per se nka ne kwa say a problem wo nti e wo se ni pasmesi court oba no be ka na num asem a na asem no na be gina so amansaman no say the Bible ka say ye ni num asem be be atemu
into opposite ka chem say abojoro to ontimi for 1 week man be
me amaba wasi well wait me amaba wasi
me ke woti amaba wasi
ye nim say the situation
when you say kudo na hode na si
ye nim say the situation yo e di na tamakro be ka so yare ya gi atom ne de me arrest na we de
yan jantu
nanti unto wen
the woman has we done it wo mu
kanesa enkanesa
me kanesa say
ye so ye
yes mama ne dane mama ne yare me ba yes mama ne yare e no kwa abuchi okwa abuchi no o hwero mu hunu abuchi no
ntabroche no
before they were looking for her they couldn't find her because UK extradition act no abitimi nya no they don't find the woman jo dane nje so yare
there yare me ye sai eyi yare me say
enye wa hinde kura wo bia say ya
say na won tia enti ye twema ne honto no ne ko na bi
number 7 sentence no ye jeli no in absentia omra embe 7 e de boa can afford amra Ghana 1 week no na kana sem no onkoba
on sanko
no say we say wode na chocolate say enko odobi kokot ye kwa
na wo lawyer
abusiafo ya de doba krata bu pese mu no ya de esi wa hanom na ene doba krata newspaper review no ya dedicate newspaper review ni nyina ama human resource manager or Promise Broadcasting Limited Apostle Emmanuel Niako Kwadwo Niako ene eye birthday HIV show happy birthday sana ai Mrs. Beatrice
birthday there won kan change chance
e was no ye bibi oye show
onye buffet
bofro to the obenya ai anya kubenya bofro to nkete nya bofro to
etesa paracetamol
happy birthday sa kwa ma Mrs. Beatrice Badu yata friend Beatrice nana dankwa wo confirm no teaching hospital blood bank ho efri ni kunu Mr. John Badu ya wono wa ija Methodist na ede happy birthday e managere enti ma bi ya wo confirm no blood bank ukunu SAM show happy birthday the kwena so
me dey happy birthday so ma Presbyterian so for bia eno wa humegiem your friend Reverend Oheme Boache dido na Reverend Obi na na the friend we dey 85 ne enti papa Obi at 85 papa happy birthday to you why efri me amekho efri mama efri me nuanom ni nyina why efri ba dey afri mpoma your friend why efri ene abna Boache wa na abusuafo nyina ye ma happy birthday happy birthday to Papa Oheme Boache, a retired Presbyterian minister. This all one Jim, our Jina Homiyamin Shao, no fan Kwani Bibri and count.
Yeah, just so. At the newspaper review, no, SC Hanum, HR at 53. I was here for me, at the mammy, a fair now, confirm heavy. You know, I say, I'm winning here. OBC.
When you free ho e no kra gina so na mabunu no dodo na e de to aba e de tia MPP aban ma okofie na NDC for de wo hye omanfo ne bo so ba obeye nsakraye e wo nyoma ni mampara na no budget ne titi bi e wo mu a e bi e ye electronic levy sika ye sendi sika de ama obi e wo telephone yi so a ye de agege yen no omso mo ye free say ye twam nti wo sendi omomo na amount no a wo de be send ne no a e ne be ko afei lottery winnings ya my bet and so the betting tax no 10% and also almost say ye e de free ho na so afo ne keka nsem ne bebre ya o kan no wagya de aka ne nyina e de ama aso ya hodo no say wo momo aso afo beba na wa be cheche mu ye e de akero manfo ye kwa homa so na ye ne ora besmako say a ye economist de nkomo bisa no say Enyoma te sen na nsana no yanko parliament ho na finance minister nkomo no yanko hwe bi nkai ho kakra ye ba na ye di nkomo no.
We have programmed the following nuisance taxes for removal in line with our manifesto promise. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on winning from lottery, otherwise known as the betting tax. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on betting. We will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. We will abolish the emission levy, otherwise as a Wednesday tax. We will abolish the VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed gold by small-scale miners. Mr. Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable income. Right, Honorable Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable incomes. In addition,
Mrashe bedefie nkomo ekọ so ni bi na yeyi ede akaye ho no na sai levy any betting tax ni other taxes a aban no so we free ho no eno entia no pay ya to nsafre bi onim de wosikase mu ora besmako sei ne ene na didi nkomo se so ba bai nipa no dodo na e boje so na emu nsunso aso a ebeka woman no ene sei yeyi free ho no mo no tax ban foforo no ye di behyem esanse ye hia skara a ye de behwe akyekyere ye man no Mr. Say Oyerepa TV so ne ma che
yeah, I don't pay me down.
Yeah, that's it. I don't pay say what so you. Na de bia so your friend wa wo je so Sarah. Me ultimate tie budget no bi.
Yeah, me I don't think you.
Na no ma wo tie ye ni nyina ne de wo hu ye no. Twa ho mfoni kakra chen ma ye ntie o.
I want to be very for another tax. Now we don't expect government being introduced taxes. The budget taxes that promise to everyone. We don't expect it. Okay, we new tax. We got that. The budget really start buying tax or promise to based on the better brain life information. We do to and now the tax we are down by that is the tax that we buy and a group of living out for 1% of Western trade and for mining industry stuff. And for the world people, they will be to put up. I will make already. I will make a lot of billions of dollars from export of oil from food. And you, the ordinary Ghanaian, I will talk with billions of Ghanaians. And now they are aware they are the and on the part, those group of people I pack you to that and you do something emotional. And I think I was going to go because ocean complaints perspective here. What about report? Listen, what price is the next level? A good movie from 2,600 pounds a day to 3,100, 6,100 pounds of day. It's going to be better than Goofa. I don't know about the same, but because we do not wait for profit. I heard the tree now, and I do 80. What am I trying to do? This government, that's one amount. Why try to make some every day taxes for our year time now? And now Ghanaians, I don't say stop asking. That's not near you say. We are populating and respecting the city of those and a buy. But I never found that they were finding for sure. That's why my mom really what of concern? Nobody tax collecting. A buying percent for you to MMD, Metropolitan Metropolitan District Assembly, taxes. Also very well. Every time, it's still more than all the tax collecting. When my MMD is being collected, now we sound some results we could see. Results in the tell me and then move to another billion. Against a very very egregious. In China, they are going to it doesn't like government. They say usually same model and collective property tax collection. Yeah, who over the place, they are the pioneer and achieving. They will bring it and a performance. They are going home for the property tax collection. That we say Uganda, even if you say, I didn't know what GM done for me. Property tax collection, you have authority be now only independent. Their results oriented, no more property tax money. Economic consent, any luminaries who move through economic day, any tax expect. And see, even that is this billion series of property tax every year or my anymore. I have a blind revenue generation, this is a particular billion series. It's the finance system, almost say, and next, billion series of property tax. So, the people finance KSHS. Let it be other like a get fund. The mandate of get fund. Also, rudimental mandate of get fund now. Any get fund, it focus in a sacrosanct principle, focus on infrastructure, any scholarship. And it's like a boy, so there can be now infrastructure in schools, construction industry, make up good things also. A bit may not pay for the effect on the productivity, it means the property tax. Get fund, every concentrated solely on infrastructure and scholarship administration. To get bonus show here, I think a better bank to bring this effect over there. You go for ocean of my name one of my room. PM, let me just say tax collector, tax exemption. The tax exemption is say, a tax exemption, we will go out and buy a name in general tax. If you just saw the why, if you say, and you be massive by a great agreement. About you, you need to go up down upon a just tax. Osha and pay Pino and the Vinian is Obucho. I very deleterious. Obucho, I will do walk on the baby. Where's your mano? And I am a very important buyer. Every time they are over 30 billion cities every year to tax exemption. Then I have a friend that I say, next day, on the anti-native measures, you didn't stand the province that tax exemption. And you can get a bit of 10 or 12 billion for tax exemption. I don't go tax mobilization. But then the central tenant of a city economic prudence. And so you anticipate the money to be visa. But then Akua Asiedua water. Over what you do my mind. Now, I want myself. In that aspect, later the Bible says, I might say, this is why not a tax exemption that really about. Again, in the area of diplomatic revenue collection, and you say, trying to interview, no catch say, diplomatic sector, obey for the lot of makeup, which you just made it by. You know, income tax, no. Every diplomatic sector, may see, obey you want to be about 4 cities. That they will count or 5, what you say. So we just got one change to be on the back. I know you or you more government and a public servant. And we don't drink them tax. Can be say Uganda, Kenya, and move on money. Today they say for the more proactive palliative measures, income tax collection in the Pakistan. I will say about 8 to 9 million people who take that from home. So basically, I got idea for instrumentality or if you are via I want to get that make us say that is without system be able to be a mechanic. They may soon be a mechanic. They will share through the system. Now, be on car, who pay income. Who pay income tax? No, must be on who pay income tax. It will be a bit critical amount. That's not a measure for civil education. Some more educated people about it. In people think about 15 billion from tax. Because in it, one information tax of 6 million cities. You do say you have 2.5 million worth to make up. Again, you know, because you my key pencil one can watch them by go back. From a very comprehensive perspective of you must have a deal. If you're making up as a player, and that's why they have blessing effect. I mean, now, buying project for this little and a job creation center for 9 and to one of the boy. A team. Among the name about a crewman and a name of Ghana from exported and importers. A more car system be a integrated custom management system. That system 86 countries to the world. The purpose of some 8 years. Ghana, a young Ghana by some 2,000 structure. A very permanent restructuring with that system. Ghana, and yes, I don't know for now. The return restructure 85 countries normally. I resist government 8 years restructuring. I think now what we think is different. Exported and importers. Of course, you mean transcendental effect. 2023, CIG3 exported and importers through that system, 30.6 billion. 44.3 billion. I think the recent restructuring are buying it. They can't buy the people. But you need to have to spend restructuring in that area. When they are buying the minister, it makes it 50 billion. And then also, to start and yet move and a mutuna. And just to pick up very video system by Antica. It's the Ghana card. Let's say Ghana card every time in the year here, we just started to excellent 7.5 million Ghana over 17 million Ghana card. Yes, it to be integrated with the social services, passport, driving licenses, airport, every area they be impregnating the thing. As a mental health, you come and say you can be all about the taking the tax record. You know tax. The other people won't cheer even those in the former sector of business don't cheer. Not getting in your home. And the answer those areas, no. I'll bet you go back. Okay, Bob. That's why and never what happened. I'm a club manager, very good results. That was tax revenue mobilization. I did about okay, I am a great sector. So, a buying a great sector. The Jessica 1.5 billion on Ibishima Maya. This is the idea yet to British government. On the Ghana Free Ghana program. Bar. I did about why you say, yes, I think the average Ghanaian is spending 40% of his salary on food in economics. Anybody who's spending that is not very instrumentality. It's a buying that I didn't buy the England, so I didn't hear Papa. But I never quite really said, and then this time, this is not the first time I may be this such policy, but campaign fiscal tax policy all over the year. You perform. Yeah, the politicians no manage. What is the result? A baby, you know, for 10%. The car they go to hotel and they go to US more that policy no scanner. Now, baby, now a lot of ID just approach. Now tobacco. Now there are future expenditures there. A lot of economic my inflation. If they can say, campaign policy here. They pay independent review of them operated. I'm going to I'm going to manage this policy. Now, and then a bit of a year and again, and you always say, yes, and you will go up them. I put $2 billion of food, no, and then they're not making millions. The food price in a buffer. In Nigeria, oh, and why are they never they increase the South policy. You're more politicians manage because over the year, on the trajectory, they're not pernicious and maybe the must go for that. And why I have so much and why policy is very good, but only my independent body be like why they just result. Another buy in that.
Okay. Ya da wase do be see me so say me say ye bre no aso enkomo no nka bebre wo wa ye bedi na so nkire mu ne nso aboa ye pa entwa wa ha ye kwa ye nimu no ye besan aba na ye bisa se taxes afoforo be ye miensa asesan a aban ne se wa ye free ho no ekwampa be ne betimi afa so ebenya sika ne bi dia replace na ye de aye oman ne ho adwuma emission tax of course eni oman ni mu yentu emission tax nso ye se ya abolish no ni nyina mu no ba bia ye kofa nsem ni firi se ye tua nso ne ye ni mu a ye kwa ye ni mu no ye be san afre obi o na ye ne wadi nkomo ye de obesia ne ada wasipi abusuafo ora besma ko sei economist ono ne ne di nkomo efa enanansa budget a finance minister de ko tudwa e wo mrahye bidwefie no eho ye de besia me de Akua Asiedua me sorry ama ye PSA lady the health and lifestyle abeto am so me da mu nyina se me mamwache.
Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so
Namdida Yesu ase. Amen.
Amen.
Te poti dana Yesu afa dunia. Te poti dana Yesu afa dunia. Ye bati eduma pati ngati ezekie nusa zugo. Te poti dana Yesu afa dunia. Nina ase ne se ye na ye jifu Yesu Kristo ase na waji wi ase. Ye ma won kotodwe egu fo. E ma unsaso.
Yeah.
Ye na ye nyam Yesu ase. E se waji wi ase. Menyo ne ba ide e ba obi si awi o ye da mo ase pa anope ye ne Collins Nana Bonsu Councillor Collins Nana Bonsu PDF College Chief Executive Officer ono na abrabo mu yakopon de adoma chede adom no so kwa ware mu career oduma ye mu tene mu obi bia mu ohunu ano a ewiase obi ni mu a obi kire Ghana ha kame ai say ye hye dem ma na etu anam obi wie no na yakofa baabi basa nti adoma chede no ho say unhu de wo beye o ma setene mu wo mo daache nyina no Councillor Collins Bonsu adoma chede no a nyame de ama no obekyerekye kwan obefa so a obedi nko ne mpa bro kire kra na apese okọ nyina wo kyerekye nimdie e wo ho na no pei wabrabo eso beba mfa so e kwan be na obefa so oba mu wabrabo so aba mfa so ama adasa ama wankasa ama wabusua making your life count within the PSC lady way a health and lifestyle. Councillor, good morning.
Good morning, PSC.
Eda say sana pay waba. So making our life count, how do we do that? And found one the utie bia obi ho no wasabi oni nine. Obi ni ani, obi ni hwene. Na councillor mu nyina obi a life bet me account.
You see life matters. Abrabody here. Now life is about the fact that you have the breath of God.
Of course.
Oh nyame home wo. Nti obi a watiasi bia no esa na brabo eso bamfa so you have to. Once you have to, you ought to make your life count. Nti ma menchia ayofo nyina bra obiti na memfa ana me na onyankopon asesronkoma HR.
Yes, happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday.
I honor you this morning. I celebrate you. Yeah. He's a great man of God.
Yes.
And he's a good man.
Of course.
Yeah. And he humanitarian no pay. Apostle Yankopon Shirao. And we'll be celebrating birthday. And the month of Ghana month Shirao will be yeah. PCA, you have to make your life count. And it's a smart decision. Obia na brabo woni mo bia wo hwe na ni mo bia wa hu se enipai na brabo so wonfa so e ma foforo wo kra bi kra so that person has been smart. But my main shall say on say we have normal life and we have faith life. Normal life no making your life count based on normal reasoning and feeling. Just say was so won faso was said there wadwene e kirewo e na watenka yes once obu wo ha obu anipa you realize na so won faso pa abu san say di ntina wo yes a was nipa ye gide ai so that say I think it's reasonable. Wasn't the power say yanko baby and bibia and say nyame adom me a sometimes go on kasa normal life you see usually normal life tries to do away with God. Just
spirituality
yes
so who from us some
because normal life and faith life and tawantawa anasa mentime ho ase bi ene enipa adwuna ye confused yemu bebre dunu bebia na confused because we want to even judge people say this person there me huni but or make impact. Making your life count is making your life meaningful, impactful, beautiful. Obi na bra boss won fa so FSA. So they say sa nipa no na eso bompa say onyankopon mani ne nkwamen. Sa nipa no na ye wishing well. You must wish everybody well, but sometimes once a Kasabi say, any papa we need to correct that. We need to write new narrative.
Let's say they preach bad. If you say, "Oh, so you need to be so you need papa."
And making your life count is a healthy lifestyle, and it's a smart decision once again. Just say, "Who here, papa?" Na as a life is war. Brian, indeed, sir. Namena Mosona, you be pee. As any pan, if you are pam, and abrabo, Genesia Hodo, Cutiano, spiritually. Once we in pee, and so you can be affected. And that is why it is not enough to live normal life. You must consider and choose to live higher life. And once a higher life is a faith life. And the only pebia was as so here no pay, Yamina be a quama no mean. Say, and Chawagin say, Esa, Oma, wa brabo, a here, Nesso Bamfaso. And Grofu be Miss Lameka, Bompire, Pesu Mudu among Kwame, Pesu Dinchene. And Chenengua on the one Quanya and Kaye. 1 minute so being Shrama for it's a bad and unhealthy lifestyle. So what is a Yesubampa and Yabrabopa? In the party, or why is also a bamfaso. Now a bit me up Musa. Oh,
Counselor, Madame Romanti, a dear Bina Obaya, a bit in Chobons, or Brabon, our betting Casse. My Brabono. I am fast so and I bound for so I'm a mouth.
Yeah. Indicators, no, yes, say, Obia or impactful. The person brings joy to people. So they say,
we'll be with the energy.
They do act of kindness without, without say, a demanded, if an unsolicited kindness. Just a washer.
Yes. Counselor.
Oh no, a word of knowledge. We can count Proverbs 20 verse 15. Or say Sikao and in the papi or by Nimidiano.
Wow.
Yahana a man set in a yako say, Obia, Ubitimi Abua, and now the super bamfas or no. A Sikango and Debbie. A Sikaya de by Nisikango. Nim dear, Ibua in Cranshibi. A bua all link will be crama will be relationship.
Yes.
Obu okra na brabo pa. A janum bi wo ha. Sabi omu nisika. But oma brabo pa. E bokwa amom omuma. Nti ana metu ya yere nomfo. Se unu kunu wo na financially onye sound. Ba na brabo ye na otimi training kura ne ya shilling kran. Because enkase nye di here ni is cut to table so mo. So they say because a jabi ones are we scatter table so, but or lack capacity to raise their children. A just what me scatter table so fan and gratitude and so they account. And the abrebia ubi dianiji abrebi abrebi ubi bua ubi kwan papa bia so no. The person's life is impactful. There you see, we are focusing on individuals making impact. But we have institutional impact. Say, Oyerepa, Jumadi Amudi, DACCA, and say, morning show, never be below a woman, but more dedicated a baby say at all. Say, M1, Yahoo say, you need to pursue and live a healthy lifestyle. And the Promise Broadcasting, they are also making impactful service. And the abrebia wutu anamobia edem faso bebre afoforo na ama adasa akonanim o papa mu no na just abrabo efe your life is beautiful, impactful and meaningful na ekwan a obefaso amo abrabo ayefe eso abamfaso na mebekani so they say yeah establish say you have to enye won kwa na esa wabrabo so banfa so. Everybody who has the breath of God will have to choose to make his or her life impactful, meaningful, and better. Esa yeti asese. So wabrabo so banfa so it begins with self-awareness, intention, and action. Self-awareness, intention, and action. Yes, when we talk about self-awareness, we are talking about the fact that you really know who you are. In terms of your strength, in terms of your weakness, in terms of your lives, in terms of your interests, in terms of your values, in terms of your passions. Okay, Acts 13:36, Acts of the Apostles 13:36 also, and for when David had served God's purpose in his generation, he died. So by revelation, you should not die without serving your purpose in your own generation. So you are not going to die. You are not going to die. Yeah, me kasachi will be say enya dia ubi because also a ba emfaso e ma foforo. Yesana hinisis here Yura Dr. Atofosin was say being the finance minister is a destiny fulfillment. It's a journey of life. Once he is going beyond normal life to higher life, wherever his inspiration is coming from there. And this one no actually. And he say, "Uhunu nia owo nia betimi aye nia wontimi nye." De wani je ho nia ma esomobo. And it begins with having self-awareness, being intentional, and take action based on your purpose. So one, you must discover your purpose. Once a PSC, Abrebia, Yebeka, purpose, and that is why PDF 16 years ago it came. Once you see, life without a sense of purpose is meaningless. So that's it. And here are mass moral of blessed memory. Was it the greatest tragedy of man? It's not death, but a life without a sense of purpose, a life without a sense of meaning. Say, nipa bi wu. Dear, on say nipa how kesepa no.
Because will be able.
Yes, but how kesepa menu mi na say nya say meninemu wasori all that you think about is what you can do to survive. Just what
can come
yes, and the fact that masori semitimi akwaba. On say you move bebre fache me. Say yakoba. Ba okwaba on the basis say ubedidi. Now on say okoba say by survivor. You see, life goes beyond survivor. No. Don't accept that. You must live a significant life that is making your life purposeful. And two, you see, how do you connect to your purpose? A better one who it begins with what you value. PSC, Obia or Nanti Obutaimuno. And near maybe sumnable. Moses' story, Stronko, Sir, Wawa, Misrim, and him fee, Nabibia, El Homano, but who say, no, baby or no, and sumnable. But Nabibia ho, but who says someone to free up. The other person over here, at the end of some, what do you value in life? I did back on PCA higher mano, I was in a pond, Sukua Hodo, you are crowned a qua. One say, and in life, PCA, if you don't have values, you will fall for anything. Ababa Ebon say, Uni and near my papa, a sumobua, the before Quambia, wouldn't who could and identify things that you value. So there's a message, I value helping people. And it is a generic value that will make your life count. What do you value? A dear Ben Asomobo will determine your purpose in life. Two, passion. PSA, passion. To know your passion is what gives you joy and fulfillment. In the area, you say, Mania just you said, and the oye, Obuwa, Oyen Central Juma, sincerely, in an in your home. Now, we need baby, I couldn't have many sons and trouble. nkrofo bebre kura are into politics, not that they have sincere passion, but because of say obviously so that's it. But adie bia wo ye bia mu woni je e wa brabom no is an indicator of your purpose. And then 3, your strength. What you are good at. Once bibi wo ha obetimi aye na soronko a pc bibi wo obetimi aye na soronko a me ntimi. Yes, and you know your strength. Man know thyself. So say hunu ni obetimi aye sa na nyame a you see nyame ye nwanwani ehumobro nyankopon say wonfa bibi akra man ma ontimi nye. Even say nyame person odo ye bibi na wo mreyo a he takes away that weakness. And to know your purpose in life is also to know your strengths. The things you are good at, the things you do effortlessly. Just I want to say udanyane ya na wo ye. Me nua wo hwem ya no pay. He obi abewu na ya maame guest SP ya na currency hwe maame hwe in life how it was translated antena nyankopon nhira wo no team ene ya director ene ya maame Milia o chese adwumafo nyina mpanimfo awo Oyerepa wese maame ex convict oba ya na hwe the space of time how impactful once wo wuye akanya nyina because none life she was smart none life is counting it meaning ni awo fam wa abrabom. But today if you have the opportunity to watch us on Oyerepa morning show wa brabo esubitimi abamfaso na hunu botae na botae no bi huna ene ade bi esom obu bia e kire de nyame pesa wo ye afi ade bi a wo ya ede ani je brew hwe na ye na afi tu anamo fa niam a utimi ya umre. And finally PC sometimes eya ye pese ye boa pa ba you need capacity so you must embrace CPD. When you say CPD, that's a continuous professional development. Even you must build your career around your purpose. Because once you do it effortlessly,
yes,
when you are crap is over, it is an indicator of passion. So, and the will be a
CPD no.
Yes, you ubetimi school formal education informal education just a normal self education informal ampo so your doctor ubetimi just a nia you be and you must subject yourself to lifelong learning na ebasa ebemo timi aso aba bebre ama aso abamfa so. And overall you see, don't help people or don't live a purposeful life without Jesus. You understand? Because we are in your Japadi and so be smart and receive Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior. Let Jesus rule your life, and you will make impact here and life to come. You have your share. Just admit that you are a sinner. Believe in the Master, the only Master who saved the world.
Yes.
By acknowledging that He died for our sins. On the 3rd day, the Lord our Father raised Him to justify us.
Amen. That's the gospel.
Yes.
Yes. And the counselor can unpuffy cemetery. Hey, we testimony. We living testimonies.
Yeah.
One day I will share them.
Yeah.
Christ was a son, bravo, and Rampara, na Yesu, or ho. Ebi a okwa asoro ko ba bossem.
And so unyanyano.
Yes.
Accept Him. Now allow Him to transform your life.
Of course.
Through His Lordship. My number.
Yes.
0272
0272
090
434 0272 090
434. Be free out with me, a friend, near to accommodation. So, me director, Kofi Boateng, I vote at 32 Enterprise, or no, Aren Wokuchi. He's a good man.
Yes.
He's a man of impact.
You once again happy birthday to Apostle Emmanuel Niakon, where you human resource manager. Apostle Nyangopon Isha na onye okese pa na said the counselor kan no Yesu Kristo asem na wie ye ene Yesu Kristo fi say mitimi ade nyina ye enam Kristo a ohye ye nten no enti obemu abenya hoden na impact no nso aye kese mede the PSC la de change over Kwesi Parker Wilson be take it over or demo cross over OBT agenda no de ba ye barika ye gajamalo la kwena mi akatata anyi fijam ni wala don te posi so te posi amfa te posi pamsen de tonde obrigado aisabu warisi mungo de big up steel fi almi airendam yada mo adios yebishia.
Edeba Oyerepa TV so. Bibi aye do ye OBT agenda. That's Oyerepa breakfast time agenda. We doing at the Kwesi Parker Wilson. Now this morning, you better share a year 2025 budget of the NDC. A year John Dramani Mahama the second term. This is the first budget. Now we are going to interrogate it. The question you're asking is, I want to simplify the budget for you. What's in the budget for you? Because in 2024 election, one of the things are I'm out for just the trouble the cost of living. Cost of living. So our cost of living in this budget, do you see say addresses our cost of living now? You should allocation to a Greg, for example. Is it enough to show up the agri sector? So baby couldn't betting tax, I'm not for raising concerns about it. Say, they say I'm no chacha more any daddy. So we'll take our time and go through the budget this morning. And on the flip side, no, what's your budget now? Said na I'm for John Mahama be cancel free SHS no. When you cancel, In fact, he has increased allocation to a year free SHS. What does it mean? We'll talk about that. But don't forget, say in 2024, one of the key promises that John Mahama in the controversy of a year free SHS was to include private schools or policy name. Menoka say in the budget, of course, you want the abridged version. I've called for the detailed one in Yamba idea, but the abridged version, there's no mention of private schools in the budget. I don't pay Mamini Nicholas Bambuni, where the Ashanti Regional Secretary, Ghana National Association of Private Schools, ending common to understand in Kobe Koso, DNAC, Koso, when it comes to their sector, because they have raised concerns over the past few years here. Free SHS by I'm not private SHS, go, they're collapsing by the day. Because we'll be at the government school, and you're free, Let's find out what's the situation with the private schools are not to pay. Nick, Akua pay, let's say. Now, we have a call outside here, Nicholas. Missy Bibia Boko, outside here.
Oh, Bibia Boko, Pata.
Great. No, so it's a 2025 budget when you be a kind, right?
Yes.
Me Pacho, is there anywhere in the budget making provision for private schools, private senior high schools? Is there anywhere in the budget making provision for you now?
Back me that. Only the budget no more. Be this any but only page 59.
But wala no munye obetie je ya mama Nicholas and can we be je mama ya na ke be me dey because we're talking about page 69. I want to go to that page 69. I will come one seven no in like I want to be je mama ya so that we understand what I say and this for boshe no mo share no mu di so and I say omundi so what you mean kai great me chonka mbacho kawasa mitio
you and last year yeah lunch be Accra. I invited His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and by Waba no Okate say Banama Yema Yepeso warrior Obey. Yes, you never be to name. Number one, I did to the name say one capital 30% priority placement now. Oh yeah, against the the private school.
Yeah.
Yeah, catching the say what absorbing the BEC registration fees now here in Kolana Chiano. The time manager say what extending free SHS program no to private schools. And so we NDC manifesto now.
Okay.
Manifesto no mulie pa na oje budget na e ba na nsia 59 minim se budget no side there.
Oh yes more page 59 and I can help you see page 59 I see Mr. Speaker
59
I say Mr. Speaker this year's budget for the free secondary education program is 3.5 billion. By uncapping the GET fund, we will be making available an additional 4.1 billion to the GET fund, specifically for the financing of the free secondary education program and other related expenditures.
Right. And yes, 3.5 billion now allocated for free SHS, Specifically, no one so more indicating whether private schools, whether it is only for the government side. Here, how it is going to be.
No, but because a free SHS, ordinarily, a government policy that is free SHS. If it finds expression in the budget, it is only fair to say that government schools are private schools are. I am sure, sir, probably they would have made a categorical statement that private schools are included in this budget. What do you mean, you're going to say?
I know you're arguing, it has not been stated categorically say all private schools, secondary schools are captured today. And the can say they are waiting to see whether how is it going to
the network came one.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. What's I mean, we lost you briefly. What's say? You are waiting to see said then.
Let me say 3.5 billion now. At the buy, you know. To see whether it will include private schools. Because Omun stating categorically whether we are included or we are excluded. And so we are giving some time to see whether it is part of it or it's not part of it.
Okay, so let me do this. So NDC Bemuno, have they engaged a private schools for no? Because there was an engagement going forward. A factor into the budget, you know. You're engaging movie. Maybe say engagement na mo ka ho bia na.
Engagement now mo ye na.
Ane.
Ai, omu frɛ ye to Accra.
Make this year.
Ai. Omu frɛ ye, e ma ye koi.
Okay.
And anya engagement na wo ka, engagement na mo ye na nsia yi.
I engagement na mo ye na nsia na making.
Ai, we were included. We were invited to Accra.
You are invited. And specifically, what did you tell the minister or the government?
What we told, you know, it wasn't like private schools, what do you have? But they were asked suggestions on what you need the government to do. So where you catch almost say private schools, you know, is collapsing, especially the private secondary schools. And to Oman included, then they want the schools to vanish. And they said yes, they are working on it to ensure that the private secondary schools are included. And to expect in budget now and say the whole kind, you know, it could be stated categorically said private SHS, you know, yeah, come. What the American Packer?
Matthias, now what do you say after a consultation or engagement, you know? Na yenya a categorical statement, you know. Would you say you are disappointed, sir, when we making any provision for the private schools in the budget?
Also disappointed, but after me, on the statement now, it is not, they haven't stated anything yet. They said 3.5 billion and stated for 3%. What exactly are they going to do? Are we included? Are we not included? So we are waiting to see at the end what happens before we can make a decision on that.
So, in the event you say, what then do you do?
In the event say private SHS in Kanwa.
Annie.
JM, just over the car, our big plan, manifesto no deal. They are Kanwa, I don't think that a better side back. Because we're quite taken. And I will have a manifesto no one. It is there. And was so there, almost never come. In the event there, Oman Fire and Kanwa will be so disappointed.
You'll be so disappointed.
Oh, yes, Packer. Yes. Will be so disappointed.
I see. But
we are still working on it to see how much and to the public etiquette. It's I'm thinking that let's see ahead to see whether over the other come out of I am coming. Because who has said and swap amount.
Okay. I think the point has been made, and you know, lining shut down but but I can understand the point you are making.
Okay.
So I want to now say, what do we do then this year?
Not to say in the event say Oman Fayan Kahwa. Because before we went there, I think if you are able to do this, we also do it for you. And to about meeting, tell me earlier, this is what he told us. And how can he renege on what he told us? I don't think he will do that. And to you, the young time, some few days and some few months ahead, how it be. From then on, we'll be able to make a decision.
Okay. Mate, Medasi. Mate, because you see, page 59 now, they are talking about KG books now. They're very specific. JHS3, very specific. So all these are specifics. What come a year school feeding program, very specific there. What can captation grant, specifics. Teacher training allowances, nursing training allowances, quite specific, but no specificity when it comes to a private schools. But say now okay, yate. Nothing. It's a move but for now, also you are not disappointed. We will take it. Now, you check with the ministry too whether it was an oversight or not an oversight. Is it? What will be a final word to the government? Or maybe what be a final word to them? Now, European.
Oh, my final word is that private schools, we are helping. We are partners. Now, only the efforts for secondary schools in the most of them, the schools are crowded. And to which they include private schools, it will help. And we have the classrooms. You go to schools like Kumasi, there are so many private schools. Schools, places war. Akabani included what kind of Kolani be or Monkano. And the American say the education minister to make sure that all these things are done so that over the private schools are so that government schools, eventually are reduced.
Nicholas, but I say another pay. It was for Nicholas Bamban, or the Ashanti Region Secretary at the Ghana National Association of Private Schools. Now, I say we'll be very disappointed in the event that a banway at the appropriation of Parliament for approval now private schools in Kahon. Because if you check the NDC manifesto in 2024, and my catcher say we are tracking the NDC. On my kind of budget, what it means is that I'm going to my chance here. Yes, also there. We won't be spectators, we'll be citizens. So we'll interrogate every policy on the beba. Now, Yasha, what is in it for you? Say Bebuao, say Mwa. If we have to criticize, we'll criticize. You have to critique. You're going to critique the budget and all of that. You know, anybody actually. So private schools for the Kahua will get to know. Common Kahua will get to know. But for now, there is no expression in the Bible that shows that private schools have been catered for. Because private senior high school, Nicholas Ekache said they are struggling and they want government intervention. So, my guest already sitting in the studio. Another pay Clement of Okuchamantin, don't friend of a Claire, or economist and a financial analyst or and a Claire Akaba.
Yeah.
Great. Reverend Justice Bofa Pokumenza, or your director, Institutional Advancement Office, or Christian Service University, or how another pay. Rev Akaba. Fantastic. Now we'll promise our conversation quickly, but you'll move gaffing into Sumami. Nami Yanchamadi. Now we'll promise our conversation on that. Now, Ghana Poverty Index from 2000 to 2004. Kev Trail. Unyabubura Ghana for Akum since 2000 and the various administration. What's your Kev year? You begin to realize that in 2016 now a low kaka. What's your 2020 the poverty index and the cost of 45.60%. And if you remember 2020, that was the time I collapsed banks in there. If you remember, then fast forward 2024. You have 24.80%. This is the Ghana poverty index between 2000 and 2004. We show the lowest mark in Kenya was in 2016. 2024, They were 21.40%. 2020 it made the bar form baby not for the bar form kakra. It was 13.30%. In 2020 there was a spike. Shim. Psychosurbium around 45.60%. And it's interesting how 2020 and 2008 they are almost the same. You begin to wonder. NPP were being a lot of social intervention programs. So why are still people poor under NPP administration? Because if you look at the curve, so we are unable to judge a year Rollins era. No? But from 2000, and year 51, it will be formed in 2004, 2008, a Kosro, 2012, a Bafom, 2016, a Bafom, 2020, a Kosro, 2024, a Bafom. So, with this curve, you know, what the current budget help Ghana for, so that they will put on the Kosro, Umbufisa, Unyabuburunim. Do you see that in the budget? We'll talk about that this morning. But remember, a year of a clear any reverend. Our initial remarks on the budget, you know, before we get into the specifics. This one, because there are quite a number of specifics. Let say, come on, sir. It's got CD dollar issue, no, a great allocation, next to the betting tax and say, I hear confusion, baby. You know, say now much better. Or tax, but bet number yes, all of that. But the truth is that number two, emission levy number two. I see about we in April. COVID-19, and that's what we'll find out why it is still there. It's Overclear.
Yeah.
Your initial remarks on the budget, which you have to force in.
Yeah.
Does it sound encouraging? Is it inspiring? And the hope that the Ghana for say, and never be here.
I'm working for now. BBI this budget, you know, to me, the economy is seeing that the budget is not seeing to the economic future of the country.
The budget is not seeing
to the
economic feature of the country. I see. How did that Gaza?
It's a political purpose.
It's a budget, a political budget.
Oh, purely political budget.
I see.
Yeah, that's
purely
what
political budget.
Yeah, purely political budget. Because we hear budgets. So who fear we into to ya utitu sika. So what would anka? Uti a cabia would dear with tripia. A car. What is or Cassie Ghana between a principal debt?
I said that's an interest. It's an interest payment. Yeah,
it's wrong.
Man, this is a cut principal. It's a cut interest
so
payment.
That's what I'm talking of.
It's a payment future. On a year interest. Loans and interest. It's a principal. The young couple. So but say in this car, so you can understand.
No. If you are,
where we are, what Jatum's economy in here. So where we are.
This is the budget estimates.
Right.
And also we will put in more money so that we'll be able to shore up the debt. And the money is there. Mimi problem say, why are we not getting the money? What I say, the money is in the production, in the extracting. I'm happy they have increased this in the mining sector.
Tax normal mining sector.
They have increased it to 3%.
3%. They're 1% on the quarter. 3%.
It should be about 10%.
I see.
And then they should review. Also, minimum year, review. Contractual agreement with companies that are working in our extraction sector. Go to Nigeria. Nigeria, when you say omu dividend is after production. What is production cost at the Ubenyano? No a percentage. And Nigeria is going out 80%. Ghana is 10%. Go to Botswana. Botswana is 55%. Are they not all blacks? When you say your annual income 2024 was about $43 billion. $43 billion. Ghana got only 10%, 4.3.
I see.
So if you're able to do proper, roughly last year was about 50 billion. So if you're able to do proper contractual agreement, you're able to get the 80%. Out of the 50%, you're able to get about $40 billion and calculate that money. You're paying for budget trade in air good. You do all these things, but the other things that show up or add up to the national income. Michelle says you be nationally, you be strong financially. But me ma try example. Try see uranium na mutino so muntu bin come. Me pay $2 billion a year. And I'm say you shall see the fire start. Now he's collecting about 1.5 billion. Previously they were collecting only $90 million. Now he's going to 1.5 billion. Anything that what me be factories you. What me talk cars, tractors yachiche. What me irrigation system. So economy no person will run here. You shouldn't depend only on taxes. Sa extraction industries in India,
I have a bit of a challenge, Kaka. In fact, I'll come to it, but you see, we share the projection for last year, but the economy was going at 5.7. 5.7. Yeah. But Omono a year projection at 4.1 or so.
Yeah.
But ABC, I mean, that's it doesn't make economic sense because if somebody is doing 5.7, you should be going above 5.7. But why are you trying to contract the economy?
The reason why there are a lot of reasons that are accounting for it.
Okay.
Now, no, they are going to fight Galamsey. They are going to do a lot of things. And they are also cutting taxes.
Okay.
When you are cutting taxes, your growth. No, the NDC for now, I'm happy. They are being realistic. Okay. That one day, I'm okay with that. Because when you are cutting betting tax, you are cutting all these. Yeah. The tax is not cutting. It was giving Ghana about 11-point-something billion.
That's true.
So that 11, and it show up your growth.
Yeah.
So if you are cutting it, what do you expect?
Okay. We'll come to the specifics now. How is going to affect the economy? Where are going to get the money from? Because one key challenge, where they are. But this morning, where they are going to get the money from? Say, feasible. Because I remember Isaac Adongo when I was in Parliament. On the kind budget, say, your audio money. You guys say audio money. Because I'm more of a clear, maybe 1,000 Ghana after the show. I don't just say 1,000 Ghana. The 1,000 Ghana only comes when I give him the money.
Sure.
It's in it's all the allocations now called the various sectors in Adia. Where can we generate that money to finance it? Then again, our budget deficit. Now there's going to be a deficit in the budget too as well.
Sure.
And also, so how are you going to bridge the gap? Because Ocean Nekosu now, they have 50 billion. And the share, you put in the share we are now. We'll get and I'll put the specifics in Bebremo. Next in the general allowance, phrases in the Bebremo. But Rev, I'm major Rev initial comment. But I know private sector idea. Rev, are you surprised private schools, you know? Your mama promises or don't become on the first budget way. Ain't
me per se. And normally dealing with that aspect, no. For figures in here, you know.
I for figures in
about private sector now because it's not just about private SHS.
Okay.
It's also about private university.
True.
And you know, I will deal with it.
You deal with it, but
you know, for
but it's about your general impression.
My general impression is Pamichia a tea for near before. Now, no question is a bow mercy casam home to tea and commodia a process.
Right.
Now, in stages. One of the stages in a year dream, say finance minister, Ebe can be the actually for mine who furnish what do now, man penny, and in that buy work for mine sick as someone to your home. Now, was in the question, they say, start stage way, a required by law.
True.
But a young in common hall. A crepa say a honor common war, Mijis and Kagana. Oh, here finance ministers are yenya woman in the past. Woman dressing, woman de corner, woman bags, woman kutan, and then some woman cocan. Say honor common war. Mijis a Ghana economically, you're quite right. But I honor common war. And I'm happy, say, a free sabri econo. You bet ye in some no, na ya discuss it. Now, I never quite me bo NDC abaso, and say, at least, share for the first time. They have been realistic.
Okay.
Said of a clear and with my support in terms of a normal beer or more per se or more a budget. No, you need to jacket. Say ye be say. The much you dear pa a budget management.
True.
Yeah, preparation every year. A client Sicano. And the airbar and the edges you reach me and managing. The Ghana for a measured more expectations. omunya abotre pa na me gidi say this first term of NDC I was a Ghana for etiminya abotre
so munya abotre
I was a Ghana for
etiminya abotre no
yeah was it no question me say and of fact will agree with me so we are on my penny now person will bow my with me abon
true
for political expediency
no ya agree
o person will bow my with me abon you're right Akufo-Addo buy now Ghana's debt situation now 122 there about I could do 741 said the can it tells you that it is said the Asiedua can maybe any idiot can go to court just say obi abetumi abedu o mai so
yeah say busia bonko adi yeah but it's like crack it's
na make us say Ghana for a measure because say you are measured in expectations there's a likelihood that the pressure be say ama aban
person mo pressure no mo set up no mo ye adwuma ni
your pressure ni o different level o tie e juna akopọ bia udumi nka say metua kanti fa tazi I don't back let me boy so be jimiska
of course
junior pompia batano miami who's a tan abam asana they be udumi nya so pressure no it has to be measured I will say ye enkakra and first of all ye two abama aban Ghana for two abama no one for good years
true
in the 4 years no I will say you to me esise no man kakra na ye ko ye that's what I'm saying say you hear near the pressure kwa one of the things Nana Dango Akufo-Addo be your company finance minister Nana Rebecca no wasem you reckon for that time chair no pay in say be our base say me omba
still our truck cat say you fan go for bin court some ko ni fi so oba bad so oba
who say see obejina parliament you can discuss the details in there but 21 taxes you see a term
yeah
Ghana for both condom tax in the so okay
that's 2017
2017 free hop
because I was so kind for crap here party
yes
yeah because of Sanu tax
but the real thing there about so kind for the country no it in America say Ghana for any measure because say the budget no be you say no one here oh budget you dey be to Ghana ye Ghana sesa Ghana transform afi bedroom rebi no na enkomo no asesa intimidate say I was a Ghana for nya abotre na ye measured in expectations Abaway has no excuse to fail ye Ramahama and no ma wa catch Ghana for man Ghana for gina to abama boom no he has no excuse to fail and no dear ye be gina na so but Ghana for any measured in our expectations
okay
generally and no be was a budget ne kan ho asem bia na me say it's a step in the right direction
right I come to look at the bread and butter issues in the budget because budget is at the end of the day you know how you feel in your pocket and the argument and overclaim my boss of course when I put figures you know me am about a reverend so with how it's going to impact on the lives of the people unlike Ghanaian now or what you know how will the budget impact on this life because the argument is that we betting tax free or you levy free a mama for one harm said the barely some over home. How true is this? We'll get to know. But I cannot walk about the specifics because I asked the question about what location echo the various sectors. I mean, it's surprising how free SHS. It's mean that big boost. We share lesson and teacher training for year. Also, we a big boost. Almost everything in your big boost. We share a big push here. Which is a huge money and the big push, you know. I was trying to look at Sika and the road sector as against the eco big push, you know. What we understand and they say big push, you know, infrastructure. It's if the road sector is in distress, they can rely on the big push, you know, to support them in terms of infrastructure. Overclear, Sika kesi you be a budget deficit. Do you think, say, realistically, Mahama Bang, which may generate revenue, you try betting taxing, you try 11, which may generate revenue to finance this project or come once a year? Realistically, with the numbers that you have before doing.
Kwesi, my main can't arrow some bench.
Me too.
Arrow some say, Ghana, we have enough money but your governments, they are not interested and they are not committed to get these funds to run the country. When you say income tax contribution, only 25% of Ghanaians need to.
Yeah,
and if 25% give us about 20 billion, what prevents us from getting the rest of the 75%?
So the Ghana card number, so gradually we are getting there.
No, we are not getting there.
Say Ghana card identification.
No, that is not procedure. Abuchi ukwa Dubai market kakake. GRA for office in you. We are not serious. No, today I was here can bluntly near 140 years. All the market center, about 10 market centers are traveling in Kumasi have no GRA office.
Right.
What I see, it serves as your level of interest of getting the monies. I don't understand. The Senate contribution of this country, when the Senate is over so, Sika in billions of dollars, Ghana cedis, in but Nipakwa Ojin Sikano, Obabi years Sikano, 30 years, 40 years time. Bagana forces says can be Pegis a Bushem Kwaji. Unimsika Senate for equality every year. It's shocking about every year they collect no less than 10 billion Ghana cedis. So this money is now only about 20% in the EPN. Why are we not getting the rest? Government, I'm waiting for the government. I was serious. Or buy, I say everybody must go for Senate. When Senate, and say allow more, you should be our Ghana.
Oh, yeah, you are Ghana.
Yes. Uni say Abuchi, uni sa beating them nimgo. Uni social welfare number now. You can't work.
Yeah.
You can't access anything in Britain. It should be by law, compulsorily, by force. And these are the areas that government needs for investment because of course need to condition this kind of ubetria amortization and also we treasury bills break down now bonds now established and yeah a long time now be PSS can we spreading be 10 years 20 years it do the so akodi be 1 trillion Ghana cedis not spending in 20 years which chima bosumi be abani tua be we na abani tua be 20 million Ghana cedis. It doesn't affect the government. And this money, you allow necessary kokwa and trickle. I know them here. Go to certain small scale industry. Cocoa, one year, they have huge sums of money, but they don't pay tax.
It's okay king and ocean no my ya. If means scam.
This money is there. We are not going for the money.
Well, someone cutting down waste.
The south cutting down only what katia give you only 20 billion.
Some cutting down waste.
They say what katia to give you only 20 billion. Why are we not chasing the 80 billion? Why are we not chasing the 50 billion? We have to be serious as a country. And artisans are almost for Ghana. Go to the building, new building sites. Go to Omomuya that sign they take money, they don't pay anything. So when are we going to get this money from them?
Do you see that in the budget?
It's not there.
Do you have the spirit, like the spirit behind the budget?
It's not there. The GRA leader, the director general of GRA should be tasked to make sure so all my proper with the free advice. All my proper processes of reaching out to every Ghanaian to pay tax by the end close of this year.
The tax on the can be free for you.
No, I'm talking of income tax.
Okay, income tax.
Say your income tax is spreading a year, no be a year. Master, it's over 1.5 trillion. Says Kenya, you bring your man up. Wouldn't say drivers in the tax. They don't pay income tax.
Taxi drivers and truck drivers.
They pay indirect. Apart from that, they don't pay income tax.
Yeah.
So they go and ask them. I know go and ask them at the close of the day.
Do you foresee, sir, the business as usual thing, sir? That kind of fine budget, but really, now see a year to ensure, sir, the Mexicano at the boy who brano. Yeah. Do you think the
business as usual issue for you to add deficit? How do you add deficit? Yeah, Britain, German for me, there's no deficit.
Yeah, because there's a deficit.
They seriously look at
50 billion deficit.
They seriously look at surplus. Who waiting for? Or a British grant? You are going waiting for.
Deficit there can was some simple. Say, be I am funny say. O say, Bosomeno. Would 1,000 Ghana cedis? Would 1,000 Ghana cedis? Then what budget is will be 3,000? Sa 2,000. Oko fane hin. That's the problem. That's the kind of what's no. Sa 2,000. Oko fane hin. What say who sika 1,000 Ghana? What church no man so use for the month no. What church no man so 3,000 Ghana. Who you so between 3,000 Ghana at the ISID. Sa 2,000. Eh na oko fane. That's a deficit.
Mami so be here oko fane. Mami you are concerned about the internet energy.
Exactly.
Would you be a finance person, an economic person? Maybe my model be maybe you can develop it further.
Okay.
Ghana runs what I call arrears economic model.
That is wrong. 21st century is not allowed.
I like that.
Yes, but I'm just
arrears economic model. Wow. When did we do that? But I can understand the concept.
I want us to discourage because me in Chanu. Okay. How do you invest 1.5 billion in agri? 0.5%.
Yeah. You're poached, but you see,
meanwhile, the agri is the backbone of your economy.
To be fair to them, so this is what they are saying. Say 1.5 billion come as me. A project for this year. Say be self-sufficient. Say be
finance.
More like
finance.
More like feeding ourselves.
Because why finance?
Share finance.
Finance is about 10%. Finance, you go to 12%, it's 10%. Are you serious?
Overclaim.
I see.
The American. They try to explain to Overclaim the situation is like that because you see what Overclaim is failing to recognize is that Sir Arias economic model and were linkages with political fortunes in this country.
True.
That is why it is always going to be
like that.
Set. Or mine, think to go quite politicians now. Arias economic model, no, Kenya say since 1992, ABC na yeka say government pay and our bar sectors BT say I've just call NHIS. Yes, see, you tell me Kenya. Unti tell me abako yesi ekego. Oko national service scheme. Yes, you can go on 3 months, 4 months, arrears.
Nursing teacher
training, contractors. Why? Because the fact is, politicians no ever pay to me. We are making unrealistic promises. Within the time frame given to me, meet me for failures our promises, Until the man say, "Me spread it, sika kakra no a, me wono, e dia cover sa promises na ba ye na." You have this situation say arrest where because you see Drew pointer American democracy woman move beyond capital expenditure like roads
they've gone past
that. Engineer friend me ba me be ya flower roads me be ya herb roads me be ye roads
but ye ndu
ho and a system no the certain around say if you make realistic promises you will not be voted for. We will not vote for you if you make realistic promises. Because obi making realistic promises maybe a Ghana you just say you're dead to GDP situation. So making realistic promises Kwesi 4 years here kwai. Oh yes, can you me kwai? Kebeka se kwai than the one you yes, you're managing your because maybe a car could do no.
Because 135 billion debt road sector.
Yes,
road sector.
That's what I'm saying.
135 billion.
Yes,
I can't quite the road sector.
Yes, and you develop some model, arrears economic model.
Kwesi, my memory mukakra. Say, you may be who government, adi, your friends say, Patakwa di kwa bob, sana, mina na actually. There are a lot of things be who all the government can say, own team.
That's it.
Enti, Oma, Manu, Oba, Oma, other institutions in Bom. There are 3 major institutions which are richer than Ghana.
Okay.
3 major institutions.
I know.
Do you know ICU?
ICU.
Industrial Commercial Union.
Industrial Commercial Union, yes. ICU.
Another rich body. But they will go and tell government, say, you see, can't swing in. Omu Union, she can't imagine. We are having over 340-something thousand teachers. Omu Union, she can't imagine. Every 10 years in Biano, not about 7 billion Ghana cedis.
From a teacher.
From teachers.
Amazing.
Where does that money go? From teachers. Where does that money go? And the government go on partner with these institutions so that they help him to solve the economic problem. Because almost to your movie.
You hold on for me. I mean, Reverend, accept that because none of us are dealing with a certain sector.
No, the private side. What I'm saying is the sector. Me solve this problem. Sa areas modern problem. They say, "Sikaka kana no person but Sikaka kana no. We should go beyond that money. We should expand our income generation in the form of production."
So the president say it to me expand income generation. We don't pay income tax. Yes, that's your policy. Yes.
Agri production. The country can give 1.5 billion a trillion Ghana cedis. You are not going there. The more a China for here. A broad China for here for animal husbandry. We are not looking at global economy. What I say, you will go to a former 1,000 years. You 1,000 years to kakranka. I didn't read this years increase your much my.
So it's on the good board.
So these are the things
on the good board now.
No,
so they are looking at that. I would say with 3 tons per week.
Ghana should
3 tons per week.
Charging now you're about 34 mining companies. You should be telling them, say, this is what we try. I don't need any. Well, see, this is what I need. Give me more.
Onya idea to win the next election.
Yeah.
That is the problem. That's I agree with of a clever.
In terms of about substantive issues,
that's the problem.
So do the private sector.
If I for 2 years, didn't so between no time because all doing the interest, the political interest, and what you want to can won't mean you being on. Mammy Sans spread barriers in the bar. I mean, Ghana for
two things. Yeah.
Mammy call me sector. Maybe I mean into education.
Education, true.
Now, I never call me can't want sema and Sunny ever call elections because you're a Mahama. I can't want them. Now, we'll linkage with education interview.
Okay.
Free tertiary. If I say basic for one more mobile
first year. We'll make it budgetary allocation the amount.
From Swaka Siapa Yura Mahama, oh yeah. And I'm going to explain to you.
But there's a promise.
And you've been a tool, a kufu, I don't know.
But there's a promise with this one.
And I'm going to tell you why it's going to be problematic and it's going to create problems for Omar. Free SHS was a good policy. Yeah, free SHS, a good policy.
Right.
At the end of free SHS be a problem. The implementation.
Okay.
Why? Because Nanka I was set stakeholder engagement in one, a year deeping. 2, I was saying you beam at the cover private schools here can. But let me set this foundation. Say you will get found out get found out Emma a buying coin say or day or my sika kura private schools.
I'm amended.
That is it.
I'm sorry,
that's what I'm saying.
So they'll go to parliament and amend it.
I'm talking about up to now.
Now and there.
So it's in the past, But the fact is that I see a baby a campaigner or say the private sector is the engine of growth. A baby anyone more pre to me or Ghana ha uncle private sector for her and woman could dinkomo. But they are when they say so when you're to me pay. Now for you discussions, no more discourse, no more energy echo into the public sector. Also, yeah, man, penny buy quickly. Okucha, for private sector for salary adjustment, salary
labor fund. 10%.
10%.
Right.
But the critical question is, what to woman dear maybe? Woman labor force no, yes, Ghana, and look at the private sector. How many people are working in the private sector of the grow country? The engagement in the private sector, no. Once I always will be too labor for which I'm not against.
Right.
Other private sectors, key sectors, I won't be to me this bar no pay ye do won't come in. I just send I know my. I can see. Nana do danko kufu do how back and he said. Unfortunately, when we are managing the implementation of the free SHS, over, you say, I mean, there are over 200 SHS in Ghana, over 200 of them. better capacity over 200 no. Any students in Kuno they also lost staff. Share, okay, maybe can new road Kwesi pon. We see that Kakao or Kwesi pon SHS. And they will come. So I'm here and all quite done this. And then bare 5 floors as I say it's what that Kakao is what. But listen for people. Yera Mahama di be private universities. Yera Mahama wada Roma ene moa mokebi a wote amutie na no pay. Private universities have contributed enormously to the development of this country. Yeah, Christian service last year 50 years. Then Yera Mahama platform. A private university, one public university, it was a private university, like Christian Service University, man, a platform, because as I speak with you, I see. Says our policy, of course, Ghana for the only free by a year. But the point I'm making this morning is, when we no more men get fund, no, now uncover private institutions, so.
Into free in the first year for a can was 7. And cover private universities.
Yes, because it has the potential moving forward. So it has the potential to collapse some of the private universities in Ghana. And the bus as well is dangerous. My statistics be.
Me too.
Since there are over 120 private universities in our Ghana.
Okay.
So 120 universities, student population is over 200,000. 200,000 Ghana for one call out 200,000 they call private universities for Ghana. Next year, public universities are a Ghana. One need capacity.
Exactly.
Despite expansion programs, one more year satellite campuses, one more year online courses, one more year weekend courses, distant education. They don't have the capacity. Into private universities, no Ghana for quality tertiary education. But there are several challenges confronting private universities in Ghana. One of them is funding. But private universities say, well, there were issues with funding because unlike your public sector, public counterparts, you know, abani tuya omuka KNUST lecturers abani tuya omuka University of Ghana UDS me abani
but Christian service
but Christian service there eye enkola na yenya wo mu no IGF no ene edi tuya omuka entie de yen kasa aban kore se nipa megu ya ho. Let's compete on a fair ground so the be ya ye betumi je ye bi nya no ye prepare ye ho aja ya asrewa ye hwe ho ne anwene ebu. So what is going to happen, they say says our policy way back was he. And let me also emphasize say qualifications are they call public universities and not they call private universities. So and there's a private universities no qualifications it's never true. Qualifications are they call public universities no. And the same qualification. But normally we blow depend we blow program of person or be a KNUST no onya no about Christian service. And a program of person in Christian service no onya no call be a University of Ghana and I say so the policy wait na eto aswa. Who say Ghana for any free there?
But you're making a point about capacity. Yes. So any still many students.
No,
because the public universities, you know, any side capacity to accommodate all the students on maybe senior high school. So obviously there's spillover. Obviously.
No, Mami can't say so.
You don't have to struggle.
No. KNUST. They are able to admit 15,000, 20,000 students a year. At first, KNUST, they didn't do access course. But now KNUST is doing access course. Because they still want to increase
the numbers.
Besides access course, any idea KNUST no more cut-off point. So cut-off point in Omusia, then na private universities, you know. Then just say people not failing necessarily. But because they didn't have the capacity, that private. Say KNUST has no cut-off point. So long as you can pay.
Oh, really?
Fee pay.
Okay,
so yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they have introduced fee pay.
Yeah, fee pay.
It is a one meeting. Every half say, "Okay, medicine." Yes, medicine. You have to get up to 6.
No, we meet cut-off point now.
When you
just have to go and do fee pay.
You just have to go and do fee pay. Ah, so any panel.
No, more fee pay for no more. This is more.
There's fee pay. You know, much more.
Yes, fee pay more power.
Higher than it. All these are strategies. Public universities are funded by government institutions. No, government. No, still no. Look at all the things they are doing to increase the numbers.
I see.
So it is a government decide the policy be bad. That policy this have favor these universities are. Na enye ade national in character. Na eboa will be a. Because just imagine.
Well, we should better say, currently in the job to say engineer in terms of our economy.
Yes.
Yeah, kasika to the agri sector, finance sector, it is a blind way back. Don't you say you're overburdening the government?
No.
About watching the crime more. About contracting more. What do you say all these things?
Okay, the way forward, they say, I buy everything the policy about say, Obia will qualify for university for 2025-2026 academic year. Who qualify to go university, whether you go to private or public. Because I have been involved in admissions in my university.
Yeah.
Every year we have an average of over 400,000. We have 400,000 people writing SHS exams. So 400,000, 100,000 penny to me ko Etuasoko University. 100,000.
So there was a GTech report.
Yes. So it is 400,000. Kolomucho SHS. 100,000 penny to me ko University. So based on verifiable data, the government can take a decision. Say, sir, 100,000 na etumiko university no. Say or see the government the whole thinking they say yes kasem. So well I disagree. Say yes kasem because the me umame first year utu ya me and you know the modalities no kra no. I feel no more ho adwuma because school me ko program for 4 years. Na first year nko utu me tu ya mama ya wabo ame.
Student loan well.
See, but the student loan, so that's what.
And also, so that's where they qualify.
Yes.
Enhanced student loan.
Yes.
Student loan, but it's something you never show. Enhanced student loan.
But student loan, let's put it on record. Say student loan. Who was loan?
But this time they've enhanced it. That's what they're saying.
Yes. But in response to your question, what I'm saying, the government can decide. Say,
okay.
Every year, Makapo be 100,000 people on which Miyako University.
Okay.
Whether you choose private university or public university, based on Get Fund Act, you know.
Amending.
So what I say?
Okay. So the point has been made. Matthias, the point has been made, and may I sure say, if we get the opportunity to speak to the education minister, Haruna Dusu, he's quite very liberal. Maybe he might consider.
Because now people will lose their jobs.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Say,
yes, because numbers never for people be laid off. And every government's aspiration is to be creating jobs. Here, Abraham, you see create jobs, more jobs. It is always creating jobs. You take measures. It's one of the things I want to talk about. Banking sector cleanup. So the way manner it was done. Any nipa, and then affecting private and public universities or running business courses. Go and check. Say business courses, the air course master's level MBA, no. But undergraduate courses in the form.
Yes, undergraduate numbers no form.
Numbers no form. But we business no you required.
Oh, they send you back.
No. What I'm saying is that also business in courses the structure. Go and ask. Go run and do a survey about those who are in the banks. So and then private universities people are not longer even at the SHS level. People
are not pursuing
business.
Wow.
So say everybody wants to do nursing.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do nursing, or your general arts, or your home economics, or your agrico, or your business over there. Oh, be a person your nursing. And never be a nursing, nursing, and the business courses. You
remember say we finally now member of a class because and then say Ghana for me didn't come budget and washa a beboa ma bottom akoye because Nina is centered on the economy and the cost of living and the talk about in 2024. So do you think that this first budget is more cost of living performance? So Rev, clear question to you. When it comes to the bread and butter issues for you, what transnational we say we beboa I'm a Ghana for one.
I don't see any significant budget you may make any significant change in my pocket.
I see.
Maybe we can stay afloat. Said no but say I don't see that happening. Yes, but I never expected that to also happen. Let's be honest. Say I never expected say NDC buy a first time we womo be BB something extraordinary. Be near because the Casamity Geno crowd. I have problem. There's an 80 billion shortfall. Yes. According to Afakle. I have problem. So, I never expected say. But there's one thing I'm happy about. Afakle and say projects we over NDC, MPP are started here. They are going to continue. You said the because from interchange. Okay, those ones. Yes, because 1D1F so may free move. But never raising concerns. I remember of a question on that. Over raising concerns 1D1F. Yes, I think for the page man or my they've taken out the subsidy also more Sangophone. Well, said it was government and private sector. Let's look at the framework of the and how best we can manage the situation. But what I'm saying is that also for the first time, maybe say the area MPP first started calling one more year. But now the work is still ongoing. And I'm happy to see that. Oh, okay. Because we've been talking about continuity in governance in this country. Contractors in Yamunkofi, Ubia, we may be a jai. You have auditing. You're auditing you. Nekwana say. Right. They aside our different contracts. Therefore, according to Reverend budget with there, any significant impact on the bottom. I mean, but as an at the end of the day, it's about the ball of kinky. Say, Bonnie say, what's I saying? 7 Ghana cities. It's like a Hopisa and Kebia. Either a size and the cost, and now say, it be a price in the buffer. But my mother doesn't talk kinky. See, and the bear and say, so, what will show me? Do you think the budget to be bottom? It's imaginary. I'll ask you the same question. One actual numbers. Okay. You will bear 8 items be over. Oh, okay. She said, it's a textbook experience. On textbook. I was on a textbook allocation. Parents into textbook. Free sanitary. But I thought MB was doing that already. Yes, textbook. Yeah, MB was doing that. But I'm for someone free sanitary parts. Sanitary parts. No, MB is no money sanitary parts. Doing that. Okay. Victims of tidal waves, no. Tidal waves, no. Yes. They are going to show up. Free tuition, first year for. And I'm not going to collapse a private institution. Private institution, me problem is say. Okay, they collapse a private institution. If they want the government to come in, they should be ready to partner with the government. Only non-profit, only government in China. They should look at that. Oh, okay. Yeah, they should be ready to partner with the government and to flow shares. Okay. Everyone say private institutions, no, in the listed. They should start getting shares. Yeah, man for buy share, flow shares so that they will get capitalization. I think invest in the private. I think we have to spend some time talking about private investors in the hardware. But for items also. I'm not for one year. Teacher training allowances they were maintaining. Yeah, national apprenticeship. It's coming. I know. About 300 million. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. And training of caddies, 100 million is coming. Yeah. And assemblyman for Beji about 1,100. Almost 1,000 Ghana. Yeah, Bidasu. 1,150. 1,150. Who calculate because about 7,200 something assemblymen in Ghana. Okay. Yeah, so about 1,150 is coming to their pocket. Okay. And it's not small, but payment too. But say taxable. So can taxable. Taxable. Say. Yeah, tax in the only about 800 Ghana. 900 Ghana. Previously, were they getting that money? No, because I mean, if it's all my cash there, a taxable amount. But 50. The tax here. Only about 800 Ghana. Government we should make it tax exclusive. I see. Tax exclusion because only voluntary. You can make it allowance. Okay. So it can be tax exclusive. So if it's tax exclusive, they get the whole amount going to their pocket. And even if it's taxable, 800 is not small money. 800 is not small money. It's not small money. At least a bit more with TNT. At least it's better than NAPCO for scam. So this about 88 points out of the 14 points supporter. Key points are Mahama Diba out. 8 of it is going directly into people's pocket. What them lectures free, tuition free. These monies, my parents need be who how more a bit me amani me. But I mean, couple a pitfalls budget. I'm surprised the 24-hour economy. But I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, was not detailed because this is a platform. The finance ministry should have detailed where they are going to start. Where is it going to be piloted?
where is the initiative going to start? We do not hear that.
Or say a policy will come to Parliament in due course.
No,
I say in due course.
No,
in fact, I want to get that part for you.
Say key allocation. I was expecting that at least the 24-hour economy should be giving amount of about 2.5 billion.
So that's all the policy now. How did they make projection?
No.
Because who named now Obenya?
Kwesi, sanitary pad whatever. Now policy also.
It's all costing students, you know.
Hey.
The number of female students there were, and then male students there were. And based on that number, so you can make the projection.
Yeah, 24 hours.
But 24 hours,
wait. Mm-hmm. The 24-hour economy, there should be a starting point. So where are they going to pilot it? They should tell us. So they are going to start with the food vendors. They are going to start with the magazine people. They are going to start with
government institutions.
Yes. So we know that this is the area where you are starting. You are costing them about 2.5 billion as a startup point, so that we know that this is where 24-hour economy goes. So you give us the detail. And this is the platform, government expenditure officer.
Yeah, that's the finance minister.
Finance minister, you are the government expenditure officer. So you should tell us that how you are going to. So if of all the years, I'm come about 1 year in campaign. Uba mama ujina apaso ube address the state of economy. You make statement on that. Say finance minister ba. No finance minister ba. There's nothing on that.
You are disappointed. Say 24-hour economy.
It's an afterthought.
The 24-hour economy is an afterthought. Really?
I'm telling you.
I don't know any campaigns as an afterthought.
As a finance,
and what expressing their budget is a key campaign promise.
As a finance person, as a finance consultant, it's an afterthought. It's an afterthought. Immediately that he mentioned all these 14 aspects of money give out, he would have stated this as part of
what fact Papa Yefeni say, I also JJ Guzitano as the postgraduate presidential man on 24-hour economy at the Jubilee House, and you think that Obama now one of the first appointment was that
what happened?
And you think that is an afterthought.
What happened to budgetary expenditure, appropriations?
Wow.
I think a policy neighbor. So afterthought, the policy should have been there even before the appointment of Ura Guzitando. The policy will go by and not say you hand out the blueprint to him. Mm-hmm. This is what I want you to do with the 24-hour economy. So what is the blueprint? No Canadian magazine for or move on na juna ebi so abeto aso no bi so abeka cho say wo kon kokwa Joshua obi kum kokwa no wi no bi so benwan kokwa no enimre. So where is the policy? They should have given us the clear cut policy where they are going to start.
It's a good turn on the position American. They are appointing presidential advisor for 24-hour economy and accelerated export development. Big post. Big post pa
building of white elephants. You won't know white elephants.
Me too.
They are empty. Because I was expecting, say, President Mahama has a blueprint, a clear-cut policy, which should be handed over to Uragusitando. So when the finance minister, the expending officer of the president, of the government, when he's coming, he tells us that this so much has been cut out, depicted to that the policy. President Nakan who was spending officer, having a policy, it's an afterthought.
My main kind near a year budget or say, and this is page 54 of the 2025 budget, or say about the heading subheading on here, key policy initiatives and resource allocation. That is item 191. Now, the finance minister reads that, Mr. Speaker, the key policy interventions to support the economic transformation and job creation agenda include the following. 1. 24-hour economy aimed at stimulating economic growth by creating an enabling environment for businesses and institutions to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours, each to boost production, promote productivity, and generate well-paying jobs. We will be presenting the policy to Parliament in due course for consideration. Accordingly, the Labour Act, the GIPC Act, and other enabling legislation will be reviewed. No, Papa Nakano. It's amending even existing laws to make way for the 24-hour economy.
The betting tax, if you also what you buy, what Claire said before, the amendments will be coming.
Exactly.
So why is it not monies allocated to those events?
I see.
For the amendments to be coming?
Reverend, in just any paid for, what can paid for back, but any other concerns about the budget, I mean, before as much for.
Well,
the question is simple.
Well, I think that 24-hour economy issue need be sure say and go on to so.
No, I think
what is the policy?
Yes. No, I think I'm going to get to know. Okay, I don't know, but maybe it might be under the agreement. I don't know, but maybe it might be under the agreement. Because mind you was saying, sector ministers in the back to break down a few issues. You may sure say be not. And go to get to know. My find expression under the agreed detail policy.
Yeah,
probably.
Because in my discussions in here, Tina because it's too early. In the end, say. Bibi bet me appear from, but generally I want to call on Ghanaians to support this government.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking about
NDC.
And yes, NDC as a party, but new government.
Yes,
now we have moved from NDC.
Okay, so the John Mohammed's government.
Yes. Okay. Now that should be the conversation.
Okay, the John Mohammed's government.
Me, I didn't vote for NDC.
Okay.
But it's my government now.
Now, true.
I didn't vote for NDC. I'm saying it.
I see.
But I won't disclose the party I voted for because no more voted.
They will say, "What kind of one time this year?" The other choice will be FPP. Oh, so you leave people to make their own judgment.
No, but what I'm saying is that me I don't call.
She was on the balance.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But so also I got to cry. The boy could do the movie.
But also control one time in this.
Yes, but the
person don't got your vote.
Yes, on your vote.
They voted for the day.
Yes,
instead of for the delivery.
Okay. So the point is that let's support the new government. Let's critique budget yabe. Critique. Na yenche omampani ne na so afo adwunyina so say Ghana ba bi gyina nya ngudi ebi. Yentumi nya business as usual me gyina yeah. We want to see transformation. You see who so man no and no maybe ye dey esisa wom na yetumi amugu akoyo.
Mate. Reverend Medasi ebusafo yakasku ho asem na no pay Genti college se men kan cho say obese odo ba ko private na say kan wan se bi ebeboa mo ama maducha na konkan ya for mo bra ye Genti college omo science, visual arts, Greek science, business, general arts, home economics, they've been in the systems for over 10 years now a banner pass mark and I say omo wasi results there just say a konkan pa and then you seek it for a University of Education for a issue statement say over by 100 or 200 students. You already because first year no they couldn't meet the cumulative GPA. They couldn't meet the GPA. It's only less than 1.0 or less than 1.0. Over to me 1.0 and above. It's less than 1.0. You mean in about 200 students. You mean in people are calling for a UG and tech. Any Christian service for some family embra. In public. But the point I'm making is that what they were calling the Genti college, sa ade we ebin kano obe pass e twa na kama. Eti omokume won kwanta e wa shanti we ya from one pay on 0243 721 659 0243 721 659 and at 0597 064 048 0597 064 048. Was all to kwa bro chire opese okosua de and I said okwaye 1212 me can for express group amount Kumasi omo asafo labor runabout but man so be from and I pay on 055 555 0067 055 555 0067 and at 0249 000448 0249 000448. Femi pay na simple question. Budget way ufi say amount bottom ayin how and the less cost of living about situation no man and I feel say there be business as usual. Reverend is clear say it won't make any significant impact in his pocket. But Ofakra on the other hand makes the point that well because of a few things that were about month for one how where do you stand on this matter? 0594 192 409 0322497264. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kwesi.
Yes, I'm Pastor Foster and everything.
But I'm the wisdom. You don't have from half wisdom. Kenya number 2, a Stephen off.
Great. Wisdom, Pastor ATO.
Kwesi, my papa is now or your pie mama basso. Now, Kwesi, I think all your panel said, Martin is no or your panka son memoir and ma Nemo Benedicta TV and a EPA.
Oh, so me technical phone say we scan the decoder and we scan the TV no.
Benedicta TV
right.
And you will know. Okay.
Mama Tiasi.
Your budget no. Me I am pen for the kind. NDC for Ghana for my 4 years. At the 4 years no. Near my see a ben is here. You 2 1 I want to strengthen for that. Omuntu sunta pressure mani o bibie o ye musa for
pressure e beto mam buta
mani etimi aye ni nyina medasi.
All right, but wisdom but risk can the TV why risk can e be boa but pressure there e beto man NDC for e beto pa mam why hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me Pastor Foster and everything.
Good morning.
Great. Ibrahim, because if you're joining yet, can you reposition yourself in Kai? I'm still not getting him. But yeah, Metonka, Kasa you.
Good morning.
Good morning, you too.
Now, Abume there, a friend Mr. Cash, you can see Achimani busy.
Great, Mr. Cash, you too.
Achimani busy. Okay, the woman said, that budget here, baby, the money that's so past there. You go to the hammer. The money that's so far. No, the time to my husband, we say, 24-hour economy, no. My head down, India.
Yeah.
And the woman said, policy now, very, very broad. Yes, sir. Minister, now, but no one here says, oh, no, no one the parliament. Now, parliament, you too. I'm sorry, what you have to
yes, sir. Afterthought. Until I'll find the expression. Cash, Medasi. I'm going to score on the pay. Medasi. I'm going to score on the pay. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your first and everything? Okay, budget you.
After budget, anything.
Mm-hmm.
You say Ghana no nyama boy.
Right.
Odo mo tete nyama so na nyama tiki bafo. Yo to biano kra odi kra o me. So nyama bafo budget ni dey beboa.
Mate.
Nyama bafo mo so beboa.
Mate. That is issue of food inflation, very key. Man, share them who any specific steps be regarding food inflation or budgeting them. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm your first and everything.
Because I feel my movie.
Mamobi, great. You tell me,
but you go to farm hours. But and I said,
who be some say anything? Okay, well, they kawasem. We are you ano.
Okay.
Okay, Mati. May you want into Koswati? Why? May you want? May you want? Why? Okay. Mama, next corner so. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
About your first and everything.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Paka.
Yes, sir. About your first and everything.
Oh, we can take me there, so a friend ADK Ankara.
Okay. Miss Anka, come by you.
To make sure I'm not contact for you program.
Right, you too.
Paka. The pastor, many do what you may want.
That's it.
Na mi show. Ọmọ nkukuru pa o fan kanu kure.
Amen.
Kanu kure na wo kanu kure wo wate. O bi ntimi ore.
That's it.
Ase bi apebuka na asamba fon pese. Amian, de bi amepewa ya abi now. Ayi weather forecast ya o kanu. Yen nyina ne be yenu 32% ni 2% no. Edi sen ka pem ka de bi a ene esuo no beto. Jumu bia mu aboa mu. Na eframa be fa ana wi be fa. O pem ka sama ya na.
We need problem. Mate. Thank you so much for the feedback. Which I say you stay with us right from the morning till now. Yeah, that's it, Mr. Anka. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
About your first and everything. Great. Kofi Bonsu it you.
Hello, Paka. Budget is about this year, say, after young workers.
Okay, so there is. Okay, Kasabiti.
Yes, young workers. And what budget is so much as you say a few young workers. Some person who
okay, that's very true. But it's in the budget. But minister no abetimi say it is not true. So my page number exactly what he said at the amount. Now mama minister response on the back of it, but it's in the budget. I saw it in the budget. I'll check the page for you. May I say? I'm in for 3 more calls. I'm wrap up on the page. Hello, good morning. Yes, I'm a chef for an okay, you tell the Peminia. Okay, Mr. Medasi. I'm going to call us on a pay. Hello. I didn't want to find that. A chassis. Now, what's him no number? We. My for last one wins him. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Yes, I'm a chef for an everything. In Suta, okay. But it's your pay. Right, it's you.
I suppose I'm going to say, you difference between finance minister and others. In fact, what I says, you near agreement and not many agreement, but you and the dear finance ministry.
Okay, Mate, Medasi. I was looking for, so the first one now, the question about 24-hour economy. The part 24-hour economy, according to NDC for no. Ye a Juma send a bay a month for the economy 3 times 1 job. In fact, you have 3 people, you know, say a 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. So, an apart, 8 to 2 o'clock, no pom. Then 2 to 8 p.m. in your then 8 to the next morning. That is 8 p.m. 2 to 8 p.m. No, 2 to 10 p.m. And that's 2 to 8 or to 10 p.m. whichever way. But sana you know, then another person will come in the morning. Now on also so about the next morning, which is 8 to 2. It's, you know, that is what they are saying about the 24-hour economy. No? Now the issue of the unemployment. No? I saw it in the budget. I'm looking for the I think page 50 something, but me call on still na me. But I know that is a concern. Now the minister and Noah, in fact, on the interview and which I saw excerpts of it. He makes the point that it is not true and that I am a foreign share, but however, there's no total freeze or ban on employment. So there's no a total freeze or ban on employment. So let's disregard the fact that I'm for say there's a total freeze or ban on employment. You know, near Minister Nakano, that is the finance minister, Dr. Kisel Ato Folsom. Ekiaba, Tebabeko, Reverend, any final words now for your wrap up
budget here, the other 2 no. The Nina Swollen na who they pay a Ghana for fire first one, a best budget in Naya so maybe a wire Juma. Yadia Kumapa, near Junipa, a dear Aye Juma diabua. There be a Mikase. No single budget can develop a country if the people are not willing. Right. Say a Bebuama or minor cost. Nine so near one will be a new Jumatin, near Fempia Ghana and Conani. Malasi, Reverend, overclear.
Yeah, this time NDC for almost taking bold decisions, political budget. And if this is almost cost to see to satisfy country, we run on the interest of the people.
Right.
You see, Omar said the Ghana for the can no more Is a month for a complaint. They are looking at it. The next budget, they will look at how bread and butter issues is on handled. So if they become consistent of listening government, almost listening to people, they have a long way to go. And kudos to them. This time around, say now they are listening to people who they are taking initiative. And maybe I express concern on my changes. I'm Ghana for Ghana for
yeah, they usually said cost of living in the farm because that's one of the
definitely
cause of
that is the number one thing.
The 2024 elections that now will be a kind of economy. Normal boarding, food inflation key. In your time, I can't but I'm sure going forward in the future, we'll look at all the specifics. Our ministers in the Parliament to give a breakdown. That breakdown in our bar, or we'll get into the breakdown of fully. But if you're about yeah.
I was on for no see any of the farm or dodge. When I am brepa, a browser said, I was say, and unti yede aseda be mamu mo hwe ye bi telephone man so mo frɛ a chairman dwen nyame adomo de yankwache ye kine fi ye besan aba na ye ne mo abehia me din de Kwesi Asiedua anopa me nua be ma
Kwesi Parker Wilson abuja from my guest this morning has been a year Clement Opoku chairman tin do fan of a clear a economist and a financial analyst and a Reverend Justice Boffa Pokumensa ono ye director institutional advancement a Christian Service University, making a strong case for private universities. They are fee paying at the end of your mama, a first tertiary education for them. A big collapse your private university. So that's the point he's been making this morning. I'm not much now. A Friday, best say about a bar or channel. Say you are no bomb maker. You should never top maker. Make 24 and 35%.